you
Mhm.
know, I just wanted to share our story with y'all, right? And just the experience that I'm having in Symmetry, and just so that y'all can see what's possible, right? And what you can accomplish in a short amount of time with some focused effort, right? And more than anything, hanging out and associating with the right people, right? Because we talk about it all the time. And I just can't emphasize enough of getting you hyped up and pumped, right? And this call is the perfect example of it, right? So I try to do my best today early and since last night to post stuff about it, get y'all pumped up, get you excited. And, we have about 40 people on the call right now, which is um, one of the larger numbers that we've had in a long time on the Huddle Up calls, right? But it's to get y'all excited, right? It's getting around the fire. And I just want to talk about the Martinez and Miller agency fire that's going on right now because guys, we're burning and people are coming and it's getting really excited and I want everyone to have that same success, right? And so first I'll start off with some numbers so that y'all can kind of understand the growth and the way we're headed. And then I'll hit on a couple things that are contributing to that. And then I'm going to ask y'all things that y'all are doing right and that y'all are participating in to help you get that kind of growth, right? So it will be interactive. I want to make sure I ask y'all questions and anything that I can help y'all with, right? So first we'll start with January, right, of this year, starting at around five writers, right? Between me, Jeff, I think Brian wrote one app at the very end of the month. And so we had five writers, right? For everyone, that means we had five people write business, right? Cover a family. And we had 47,000 in premium as a team, right? Fast forward that to last month, we ended up with 180,000 in production, right? With 12 writers and so many this month already getting licensed, new writers. And what does that mean, right? What does that look like? That's 282% in growth, right? So, I mean, we've completely exploded and it's just getting really fun right now. And I want to share that with everybody, right? So that everyone can experience the same thing. So I want to hit on a couple things that are contributing to that, right? Obviously, the big one, right? We're building, right? And we're building in masses, right? We talk about that number on Cooks on our Monday morning call. We talk about who's showing the plan, right? Or who's interviewing 10 people. My question to y'all, right, is are you building? Right? Are you interviewing or are you sharing the opportunity with anyone? Right? Doesn't have to be a lot of people, guys, at the beginning, right? It wasn't like I started with talking to 50 people a week. It didn't, right? It was, can I talk to one person today? Can I talk to another one tomorrow? Can I reach out to two people today, right? And really the biggest thing, guys, that I know and I see contributing to this is the fact that when we're talking to our team members and people we're bringing aboard, we're setting the expectation of are they going to start building and are they going to share the plan. So a big thing I really want y'all to write down is on to contributing to our growth right now is not only the people that we're bringing on coming aboard, but they're bringing people with them immediately, right? And what do I mean by immediately, right? I want to be very specific, right? It's they're coming with more people with them before they have their license, right? So that means as they're going through the course, they already have other people wanting to know about Symmetry, right? And that's just a little key factor, right? That they're just sharing it and sharing the opportunity before they have even jumped in the water, right? Because the first mistake that everyone and all of us, right, I made it myself, was we don't want to build until we jump in the water, right? We see, hey, let me find some success, let me try to do this, then I'll share this opportunity with somebody, right? That it doesn't work that way, right? It blows my mind. I talk about it all the time. Is when you go get a $12 an hour job and you've been hired, and they tell you, hey, by the way, we're hiring for more positions. Do you know anybody? We turn around and invite everybody. Blows my mind, right? Hey, come work for $12 an hour. They're going to make us work really hard, and they'll tell us when we can go on a bathroom break and when we can have lunch. And hey, join me. It's awesome, right? And here we're giving everyone an opportunity to make over 100,000 in income as a full-time agent, right? Have some great benefits now. Win vacations, get bonuses, earn the money that you deserve because you're paid on what you bring to the workforce. Get your own time, right? That means you work when you want to, you're off when you need to be off, right? And we don't want to share that because we want to make sure it works. Well, let me turn around for you and look at the industry. This is an insurance agency industry. It's a $1 trillion agency, or $1 trillion workforce, guys. It works. Mutual of Omaha has been around for hundreds of years at this point, right? Like, our income is real. It works, guys. Like, use everyone in Symmetry. Use just Google insurance agencies, right? It's a real industry. These are real companies. We really get paychecks, right? Like, it works. There's no reason for you to wait to show the plan, right? So I really want to hit on that today. Let me ask anyone, right? Any reason why, and this will take some vulnerability for any new person, right? A reason why right now you can't recruit or build a business, or something you feel holding you back that maybe we can answer and help you with. And this will take a lot for someone to actually answer or ask this question, but don't be shy. Come on, or I'll pick somebody. Anyone? I'm gonna pick on my brother. James, when you started, what was stopping you from building?
I guess it's worried about, I guess, if I'm gonna make it at first, or am I gonna be able to bring on people and be able to train them and to see the success, off the back. I guess because I haven't done it yet.
I love it. And that's what we all experience, right? Let me ask you this question, James. What made you, or what helped you start building pretty quickly? Because you did pretty quickly.
I mean, I just kind of I used you as an example and just saw you, making my upline going, I guess, the building and going to conference and seeing everybody like saying the same thing over and over. So it kind of just clicked, everybody's number one regret. It was like, I read off the back. So I guess it has to be true.
I love that, right? So write that one down, because that's something I learned at conference too, right? When these people that we want to earn their income and be in their position and trade, right? Their number one regret, right, is they didn't start building fast enough, right? So if we know now the number one regret, don't practice it, right? Start building. I love that. Here's the next fun factor, right, of seeing the growth, and I say this because it's fun, right? Is everyone's doing it, right? Everybody's doing it. Jordan, are you doing it? Right? Jeff, are you doing it? Right? Brian, are you doing it? Right? James, Maria, Lamont, right? You're new. Can you tell us, what helped you start building? Because you started building right away.
Just seeing the happiness of my upline, and just to see just how they react when you bring them somebody to talk to, and just, I mean, it's just a wonderful feeling. It's like, it's like what you said, why are we holding something back? that's just dynamite. I mean, it's just a wonderful opportunity.
I love it. Right. So some results, right? We talk about the 47,000 as an organization in January, and where we're at right now at 180. We're topping on 200 for this month. Is right. What does that mean as an agent, right? Where do we gain benefits from that, right? And how does it help us, right, as a builder? Well, on average, guys, right, we have a 10% spread on our organization, right? So if our team did 180,000 last month and I hold a 10% spread on it, right? Can anyone tell me what kind of income that generated for me last month in passive income?
10,000.
A
A
little bit more.
lot. A lot.
No?
Right? So on average, guys, these past couple months, our organization has created over $12,000 in passive income, right? Because not everything gets issued, but an average of around 12,000, sometimes more, right, in passive income from our organization on what we're building. Now, let me get a raise of hands here. Which one of y'all could use 12,000 in passive income this month? Right?
Joe, there seems to be a lot of people who could use $12,000 in passive income.
Right?
Including myself. So why not?
Right? Do you see this smile, guys? It's real. How many, again, right? Which one of y'all can use $12,000 in passive income? Right? Now, here's the real question. Which one of y'all, or how many of y'all want that in 6 months? Because remember, I said from January to June, right? So show of hands, who wants 12,000, who wants 10,000 in passive income in 6 months, right? So I'm gonna give y'all the secret sauce, right? Y'all, everyone says, how do we build, what contributes to getting a massive organization faster? And this is what's exciting, guys. We had 12 writers in June. Right now, I think as an organization, Jeff, we're like at 20, 21, right? Writers. We have like 15 people, right? 15 new agents. I'm so pumped. 15 new agents outside of those 21 writers, guys, that are just passed their test, got their license, waiting on the state. I mean, I'm so pumped for August. It's crazy, right? What contributes to this, right? It's the association. It's building relationships, right? The key factor that got us to this is all of us, it's going to sound crazy, right? It's all of us hanging out, right? Because we're all around the fire. I have a really big shout out because even this year, right, I've gone through my struggles and I've wanted to be closer to people and to people that are finding success, right? So I have a huge shout out for Jordan and Jared, right? They moved out here and you know, I'm so excited that they did because I get to associate so much more daily around people that I want to associate with, that we're in the business, that are finding success, right? And my next two people, right, are going to be Jeff and Brian, right? Because we talk every single day, guys, right? It's about being around the people that are doing what you want to do, right? My next two people are going to be Maria and James, right? My brother, because we're all fighting together, right? And here's my question to anyone out there, right? Who are you fighting with? Right? Because we talked about it, Jeff, on Monday's call, right? It's the war of building, right? Does anyone know of any war that was won with one person? Right? What did it take? I'll let y'all answer that.
Took a village, baby.
David and Goliath.
It took a village, baby.
It took an army, right? It took a whole bunch of people. So if we want the success and we talk about the Symmetry system and wanting to get into it and earning the kind of income we want to, why do we think we can do it alone? Right? I'll be the first victim of that. Y'all want to know why I wrote so much in 2019? I thought I could do it alone. Right? a huge reality check for me in 2020. I had to start all over again, January 1st. If I wanted to generate $240,000 in income, I had to start all over again. Not something I'm gonna do, nor do I want to do in 2022. Because when that day, I talk about this every single time I'm just on any builder's call or anyone that understands the whole system. Joe Martinez, January 22, will not be alone, and it won't be by myself. I'm gonna have our entire organization. This is where the magic is, guys. My best friends, my family, great people that I love working with. Those are the people that are going to be with me January 22, because we're building a massive organization, but we're building relationships, right? A real key factor. Does anyone know? So in March and April is when we saw our actually April was really our largest jump at the beginning, right? So it was 6 months. It was 6 months of building, right, and seeing this growth. So month 3 and 4, we saw a jump, right? Does anyone know what happened in March and April? Anyone that was here?
Conference.
Organization.
Oh yeah, that's right. Conference.
Right? Let me tell y'all, and I'm gonna pick on Brian if he can unmute himself, right? Because it wasn't the conference, right? It wasn't sitting down, listening. It was the association. It was asking the questions, because I remember this specifically, Brian, and I don't know if you do, but it's about halfway through the conference and I step outside and Brian's outside on the phone with somebody. I don't remember, but I asked him, you know, how's he doing? What does he think? And he's so pumped up, guys. He's like, I know what I'm doing. Do you remember that conversation, Brian?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, for sure, man. Yep. Conference will change you. It'll change you. It is the association. The business is real, right? But when you get around it, it makes it real, you know, really real, you know, in your life and what you want to do. But then the association that you find with people, it's about being around the right people, right? It just honestly is. You know, I said it when I was in youth ministry for years and years. I used to tell teenagers all the time. I've heard Jordan say it on calls. You know, you show me your 5 closest friends, I'll show you exactly where you're headed, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't matter. So get around the people that are going to stoke your fire. And the cool part about this thing, Joe, that I just want to say is this happened really, really quickly, right? I mean, we're talking, honestly, I'm not even sure I'm going to count February, right? I mean, really, maybe the middle of February, March, but March, April, May, June, right? You're talking 5.5 months of this happen. And that is a testament to friendship, work ethic, the system, and getting around the right people. And it happens quickly, man. I cannot wait to see what the next 6 months looks like for all of us, right? It's crazy. So put your head down, man, get to work, get around the right people, quit whining about your situation and do something about it, right? Let's go.
I love it, right? So some cool numbers, right, in growth. And so I have hired the same amount of people since January, right? Maria, my sister, tracks my numbers. I have always hired anywhere from 2 to 7, right, on good months, right? I think my record might be 9 people, right? That's all I've hired a month, right? And then listen to this number, because this is the power of doing it with your team, right? So January, we hired 6 people, right? We recruited. That means a contract back, right? Not all 6 of them are here, right? February was 9. March was 12, conference, right? April was 37. May was 27. June was 36. And I share these numbers because I want y'all to see the difference of associating, of hanging out, and nothing's changed, guys. I'm still in my same office. We're the same people, right? It just keeps getting more and more and more because we don't stop, right? everyone on our organization, so we have 10 minutes, so we'll ride this to the end. Everyone in our organization contributes to that because that's the culture we build, and that's the association, and everyone that's in our organization, we try to talk to daily, right? Because I want to build those relationships with all of you, right? And it means all of us on here, right? That's why we have this huddle up call. Another big factor in me, right? I didn't plug into this morning huddle up call every morning, right? I didn't start doing that till I want to say it was April 1st, right? Does anyone know what happened to me in April 1st? Jordan, you know. Anyone? Jordan, what happened?
Our friendship started and I loved it so much.
I love it, right? So I read a book, Choose to Win. It said build relationships and get around the people that are being successful. So I looked at my business and I'm like 6 people in January, 9 people in February. This doesn't look good, right? If I want to build a massive organization, how do I get there, right? So I said, I want to be around people, right? I want to build that relationship. So I called Jordan April 1st and said, hey, I'm going to call you every single day because I want to build our relationship and I want the success you're finding, because they had just became agency owners, right? And I'm not gonna lie, Jordan, I thought I was better than you, and I didn't understand how come you were an agency owner and I wasn't.
I'm sure glad that changed, that you don't think you're better than me anymore. That definitely is not a thing, right? You definitely don't at this time think you're better than me. Is that right?
Never.
Okay,
You know what taught
you
me,
guys heard him say that. Everyone heard him say that. That's good. That's great.
right? Because she taught me that, right? Like I wanted to be and find her success, right? Hats off to her and Jared. They're 28, 27-year-old young, right, couple that are finding this success. And I'm like, where am I struggling, right? So I wanted to be around that, and I did. 4 months later, this month we get to celebrate, we're hitting agency owner, right? And it's because association, guys, right? I get around that fire. That's the purpose of all these calls, plugging into every single one, getting the energy off of each other, right? Borrow our belief, borrow our trust, borrow our excitement, guys. We're pumped for y'all every single day, right? And y'all are able to plug into this and get excited. Because I'm telling y'all my personal experience, right? I wouldn't plug into these huddle up calls and the day was just sluggish.
Yeah.
It was hard, right? What, Jeff?
Can I add one thing? I just want to say the association is so important, because if it wasn't for Joe Martinez and us talking on a daily basis earlier this year and last year, I don't know if I'd even be here. But having the support and knowing that he had my back, it's huge, guys. And my second question, or my question is for you guys: who that is recruiting is going to find the next Joe Martinez, the next Brian Howe, the next Jordan Gillum, Mark Newbauer, Elijah Crew,
Jeffrey Miller?
I mean, but really, because they're out there, right? We just need to go out and find them, because the beauty of it is we just have to find them, and they're going to change our lives, but they're going to change their life, guys.
Everything.
This whole business is about, building teams, and Joe Martinez, obviously you can write some serious business. There's a reason why he deposited $240,000 in his bank, and Brian Howell can write 63 policies in a month, which is crazy, right? But here's the thing: Joe Martinez and Brian Howell can only write so much in a month, right? How many policies does your team do this month? Would you guess, Joe? Our team.
We did policy wise, I think we did over 150.
Okay. Can anybody ever write 150 policies in a month on their own? Can't be done.
Mm-mm.
It's all about building a team and a family, guys.
Right. 180,000 in our organization last month. Can anyone guess how much I wrote? Jordan hates this number.
I do hate this number because it needs to at
I
least
know.
be 15. It needs to at least be 15,000. But how much Brian, how much did Joe wrote? Oh God, how much did Joe write?
Right. For June?
Yeah.
For June.
Yeah, like 2,000 in APV.
No, it was 9. Aurora 09.
He told me
Aurora 09.
What, he's
2000 the other day.
part-time?
That's this month.
He's a part-time agent, Brian. Isn't that great?
Yeah, right. It is. It
Right.
is.
And just, we share these numbers with y'all, right? Because I was in y'all's position 5 months ago, but as an organization, we associated and we put our heads down and said, we want to change that. And it's changed for everyone, right? Jeff Miller has an organization. He's already hit first month, second month of AO, right? Brian Howe has hit his first month of key leader, right? Like, it's changing for everyone around us because we're all building together, and we want this for all of y'all, right? And that's the magic, right? So I'll leave y'all with the key factor, right? It's going to be conference, right? Here's my question to y'all. I just explained in a very short time, right? So there's so many more questions of how to create a 12,000 passive income, right? Who wants more information on how to build a $12,000 passive income in 6 months? Because I just did it, so it's fresh in my mind, right? We can talk at conference. Here's another one, right? If you're 28, and younger and want to be an AO, who wants to accomplish that? Jordan's going to be there. You can ask her all those questions.
Do we have
Right?
anybody who's under 28 on the team? I don't know.
So we have a lot,
I'm
actually.
25.
Shut up. Brian.
Right? Mr. Brian Howe wrote #1 agent in Symmetry, right? Over 60,000 in production, 67 apps, I think it was, right? Or something like that. Who wants to know how to do that in personal production your first year so that you can start making an income, right? He'll be there. You can ask him all the questions you want, right? So here's my question to you. Are you going to go get trained and associate with us, build a relationship so that you can call me, text us, call us, and communicate daily with the people you want to be around? Are you going to be there September 8th and 9th? That's my question to you. Because here's my challenge, right? You being there ain't even my challenge. Let me make that very clear. Because if y'all all raise your hand, first of all, saying, I want to make passive income, I want to write this business, right? That's a must, because how else are we going to do that? How many people are you going to take with you? Because remember, the war of building is not done by myself. It's with our organization, an ever-growing organization. So my question and challenge to y'all is, who are you taking to conference? Right? And I say that with so much love, and I hope y'all really hear it in my voice of who are you taking to conference, right? Now, budget-wise, get registered before tomorrow or by tomorrow, right? Because it goes up $99 today and tomorrow, $129 after Sunday. That's the easy stuff. New agents still stay at $99. Right? So if you have new people coming aboard and you say, hey, I have this person, they want to come and join me, they're going to stay at 99, right? My challenge to y'all guys is who are you building with, right? A friend, a family member. Last night I had 2 contracts back, right, at midnight or something like that. It was my cousin and a really good friend of mine from high school. I'm not only hitting all our ZipRecruiter and all our recruiting, I'm hitting everybody I know, right? Today, we have another one of our cousins that's in Vegas that I never would have thought of for some weird reason, right? But until we made the conscious decision of we have to ask everyone around us because we don't know who this, you should have heard my cousin's voice yesterday, right? The one that's supposed to register today, right? She was so excited talking about, I'm tired of where I'm working. I'm in this field. I need a change. What can I do? We don't know what's on the other side of anyone's Facebook, anyone, right? And I say that because everyone looks happy and no one tells us what they're going through daily. Who are you going to share this opportunity with? I'll leave y'all with that.